Tension between Kevin Durant and Draymond Green is hardly a new storyline. However, what unfolded during All-Star Weekend pushed their long-standing dynamic into completely uncharted territory. Across social media, clips and screenshots began circulating rapidly, sparking non-stop reactions from fans since Sunday night. To understand why the basketball world has been consumed by this situation, it is necessary to break down exactly what took place between Durant and Green during that weekend, and why it has become one of the most talked-about moments of the season. On February 15, 2026, the NBA's 75th All-Star Game was scheduled to begin at Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The league introduced a fresh format featuring Team World competing against two Team USA squads. Kawhi Leonard entered the event healthy and ready, while Durant marked his 16th All-Star selection, representing the Houston Rockets. What was meant to be a celebration of basketball excellence quickly turned into the biggest off-court controversy of the year. Shortly before Sunday's games began, screenshots from a private group chat started spreading on X. The account behind these messages operated under the handle AgathaIR77, also referred to as "Get Off My Dickerson." Almost instantly, fans speculated that Durant himself was behind the account. Created in August 2021, the profile was switched to private within hours of the leak. The screenshots contained messages targeting current teammates, former teammates, coaches, and various NBA figures. A thread posted by the account Playoff Sports dissected each message individually, and within minutes, it had gone viral. Soon after, KD Burner began trending. The alleged messages did not spare anyone. Durant's teammates on the Rockets, Alperen Sengun and Jabari Smith Jr., were directly criticized. Devin Booker and coach Frank Vogel were compared to dictators. Russell Westbrook was mockingly labeled a triple-double Kosa, while James Harden was described as slightly delusional. Kyrie Irving was accused of acting entitled, and Ben Simmons received a backhanded compliment suggesting he at least shared the ball. Among the many names mentioned were Stephen Curry and Green himself. The alleged account also took aim at the Warriors system under coach Steve Kerr. It suggested that players were expected to set screens and pass up scoring opportunities to benefit Curry, implying that Durant felt constrained within that structure. The message painted a picture of a system where failing to prioritize Curry could result in reduced playing time. Green was also referenced in relation to on-court chemistry and underlying personal tension during their time with the Golden State Warriors. Altogether, the messages suggested a perspective that Durant never received full credit despite winning 2 championships and 2 Finals MVP awards with the team. The timing of the leak was critical. While the screenshots were spreading across the internet, Durant was physically present at the arena preparing to play. Video footage soon emerged showing him walking around the court, staring intently at his phone with a visibly tense expression. At one point, a staff member directed him to move, and as he turned, cameras captured what many described as a forced smile before he walked away. In contrast to other players enjoying the festivities, Durant appeared to be dealing with the situation in real time. More clips followed, showing him repeatedly checking his phone between games. Fans interpreted his demeanor as someone aware of being exposed. Comments flooded social media, with users claiming his expression reflected guilt or realization. His performance on the court seemed to reinforce that narrative. Across 3 games, Durant scored just 12 points, shooting 5 of 15 in 28 minutes. In the championship round, he failed to score, missing all 4 attempts in just 6 minutes. For a 16-time All-Star, such numbers seemed unusually low unless something significant was weighing on him. Adding another layer of irony, just 1 day earlier Durant had criticized Shams Charania for being on his phone during the Celebrity All-Star Game. Yet during the actual All-Star event, Durant himself was repeatedly seen glued to his device as the controversy unfolded online. This situation ties directly back to Green because the sentiments expressed in the alleged messages mirror arguments the two have publicly exchanged for years. To fully grasp the intensity, one must revisit November 12, 2018. On that night, the Warriors faced the Los Angeles Clippers. With Curry sidelined due to a groin injury, the game extended into overtime. In the closing moments of regulation, Green secured a rebound but chose not to pass to Durant, who was calling for the ball. Instead, He dribbled out the clock, leading to overtime, where the Warriors ultimately lost. What followed became one of the most replayed moments in NBA history. Durant and Green argued heatedly on the sideline, exchanging words and gestures before teammates intervened. The altercation continued into the locker room, where, according to reports, Green told Durant, "We don't need you. We won without you. Leave." This remark referenced the Warriors' 2015 championship prior to Durant's arrival and was interpreted by many as an invitation for him to depart in free agency. Green later recounted his perspective on the All the Smoke podcast, explaining that tensions had been building for months. He claimed he had informed management, including Bob Myers and Kerr, about the issues earlier in the season. When the confrontation occurred, emotions boiled over. Green was subsequently suspended for one game without pay for conduct detrimental to the team. He refused to apologize, believing the situation had not been properly addressed beforehand. The Warriors still reached the 2019 NBA Finals but lost to the Toronto Raptors in 6 games after Durant suffered an Achilles injury in Game 5. That offseason, Durant departed for the Brooklyn Nets. The 2018 incident is widely seen as the moment the Warriors' dynasty began to fracture. In the years that followed, the relationship between Durant and Green remained turbulent. In December 2023, Green was involved in an on-court incident against the Phoenix Suns, striking center Jusuf Nurkic and receiving a 16-game suspension. Durant publicly expressed hope that Green would get the help he needs, a comment Green later criticized as unfair and personal. Although the two reportedly reconciled during the 2024 offseason, tensions resurfaced again in October 2025 through the Netflix series Starting Five. Durant emphasized the importance of scoring in winning championships, downplaying defensive contributions, an apparent jab at Green, whose career identity is rooted in defense, including a Defensive Player of the Year award and multiple all-defensive selections. Green responded by asserting that those who undervalue defense do not win championships, subtly implying that Durant's titles were made possible by Golden State's defensive system. The debate continued publicly, including exchanges on X and Green's podcast, The Draymond Green Show. While Green insisted there was no real beef, the recurring disagreements suggested otherwise. Then came the alleged burner account in early 2026, echoing the same frustrations, but this time in a private, unfiltered tone. What made All-Star Weekend particularly explosive was that both players were present in the same venue while everything unfolded. Green was hosting a live edition of his show, joined by Skip Bayless, who argued that Durant had been essential to the Warriors' championships against LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Green countered by pointing to the Warriors' 2022 championship without Durant, reigniting the debate over legacy and contribution. By Sunday, the burner account leak collided with all these unresolved discussions. The alleged messages appeared to directly contradict Green's public stance that there was no tension, instead portraying a deeper, lingering resentment. Fans quickly connected past incidents, the 2018 sideline argument, podcast debates, and recent comments, with the new screenshots, constructing a narrative that spanned nearly a decade. Ultimately, what went viral was not a single clip but a collection of moments stitched together into one ongoing story. It includes the 2018 confrontation, the locker room fallout, the podcast exchanges, the social media debates, and now the alleged private messages. Together, they depict two former teammates who achieved immense success side by side, but have continued to dispute their respective roles in that success ever since. What distinguishes this chapter is the possibility that the burner account represents Durant's unfiltered perspective. While previous disagreements played out publicly, this situation suggests what may have been said privately all along. Although the evidence linking the account to Durant remains circumstantial, similarities in imagery, connections, and behavior have fueled speculation, especially given his past history with burner accounts dating back to 2017. As of now, Durant, the Rockets, and the NBA have not issued official statements. Regardless of confirmation, the impact is undeniable. The narrative has shifted from a public disagreement to a deeper question about authenticity and hidden sentiment. Today, Durant, at 37, is leading a young Houston team under a $90 million extension, while Green, at 35, continues to defend the Warriors' legacy. Despite being in different cities and stages of their careers, the same argument that began in 2018 continues to evolve. The latest leak is simply another chapter in a story that refuses to end, and based on everything that unfolded during All-Star Weekend, it appears far from over.